2025 preparation definitely has me in my feelings this year because I do feel like 2024 drug me by my edges and here in my kitchen. Hear me when I say that this was probably the most transformative year of my life, and I didn't have any goals set. I didn't have any plans to execute. I literally went into 2024 like, hey, you're a new mom. You don't know what to expect. You don't know what this year is going to bring. So we're just going to wing it. And I feel like a part of me wants to do the same thing next year because I do feel like I accomplished a lot. But I do feel like at some point in 2024, I got so lost because I didn't have any direction, because I was just trying to get so deeply rooted into motherhood. And I wanted to make sure that I had the flexibility to not want to be and do things that was going to be out of my wheelhouse. Now, the other side of this is I realized that in 2025, I'm probably going to have to set some goals and be super intentional about some things that I require, that I realize will require a lot of commitment and energy and effort into things that I don't necessarily want to prioritize. And that's just me being honest. One of them is a financial goal. I've always been really good with saving money, but I feel like I fell off. Now, I've always been able to get what I want. I've always been able to pay my bills and stuff like that. But I think I just need to be a little bit more intentional about saving money. So I think I want to use one of them like little saving things. And I'm going to go for the small goal of $5,000. If I get to that before that, then we can kind of up the ante and make it 8 or 10,000. But I think we're going to start off grassroots. Let's save $5,000 this year. And that's just me being intentional. Of course, I'll save money periodically throughout the year without that, but we're going to start with that 5,000. Okay, great. Let's move around. Now, the next thing is I have to be a lot more intentional about my walk with Christ. And I will say that I'm in 2 Bible study groups at this point. I am in the Word, baby. And I appreciate the relationships that I've been able to establish because of that. Because I do feel like those relationships are what have kept me rooted and grounded in such difficult spaces in my life. But I want to be a little bit more intentional. And I think the one thing that's going to probably push me there is I do have like this detailed Bible study thing. It's like a journal. So I like pick a scripture, do all this in-depth studying about it, like who wrote it, when was it written, why, what happened, all the who, what, where, when, why, how type situations. And then also just understanding what is God saying about this and what does that really mean to me, and words that it kind of invokes different emotions and stuff like that. I just think I just need to be a lot more intentional about that, and I think that some of what I pray for will fall into place. Of course, I have the goal of wanting to grow and engage and establish a strong sense of community on social media, and that's across platforms. So that's TikTok, because right now it's still a go. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and even my Pinterest, because I actually have traction on Pinterest without doing a whole lot. So let's keep that momentum. And I want to be able to secure paid brand deals on a monthly basis. And my hope is also to even get on somebody's retainer, or at least get like a 6-month brand deal or something like that. In addition to that, I also want to get back into working out. So I want to start small. In January, I'm going to start off with like 3 times a week, very simplistic. And then as I can get a routine going, then we can increase that over time. The one goal that is going to require a lot of work for me is repairing my marriage. So I'm not going to get into a lot of detail about it, but I am going to say that having a baby and the nuances around how we had to adjust in relation to making sure that this baby is well taken care of, different work schedules, different priorities and stuff like that. I do feel like I've neglected my marriage in a lot of ways, and I kind of don't even really have the interest to pour into it the way that I might have a couple of years ago, because I feel like my baby is the priority. But I also feel like I can't show up as the best mama or the best wife or the best anything else if I don't make sure that that relationship is repaired and prioritized and given the attention that it needs. And I feel like the rocky road with parenthood is not always discussed, and in an effort to be respectful to my husband, I have to be clear about how I communicate it. It's not that I don't want to be transparent, but it's just kind of that I don't want to like put all the details out there, but just understand that everybody doesn't necessarily have the golden experience after having a baby. Yes, there's the excitement around the baby. Yes, there's the love and interest in the baby, but the nuances of the relationship between you and the person that made that baby just might not go like you thought. The roommate phase is a real thing, and I am in the thick of it, babe. we're in the trenches of the roommate phase right now. And so hopefully in 2025 we can fix that and repair that, and we can get back to a happy place. Now, of course, there are those goals, like I want to make sure that I am doing everything in my power to ensure that this little baby grows and thrives. Professionally speaking, I want to get some more money. I want to get a promotion if there's one out there, or maybe it's time to shift into other things. I don't know what that really looks like, and I think this is the year that I figure that out. The other thing is I want to make a profound impact in my professional environment. Like, I really want to have an impact. I want my impact to be seen across different departments, across different levels of management, just to validate the value that I add there. And I think that's it. What are your goals for 2025?